Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new class. Today, we are going to start a new unit. In this new unit, the main topic is the present continuous. Do you know what is the present continuous? No? So, let's talk all about it. We've been working with the simple present. And today, we're going to see the present continuous. But before understanding the structure behind the present continuous, we will need to see the differences between the simple present and the present continuous, because learning this difference is going to be way easier for us to understand how to use this new topic. So let's think of any phrase of the simple present. Uh, I go to the park. That's the idea. I go to the park. This is simple present. If we think of present continuous, we will create a phrase like this. I am going to the park. All right, I am going to the park in the present continuous. Second example, um, I swim in the pool. I swim in the pool, simple present. If we go to the present continuous, it would be something like I am swimming in the pool. And to finish the examples, third one, let's think of something. I like to eat. I like to eat as a third example. Here in the present continuous will be I am eating. Are you seeing the differences? Vocês estão conseguindo entender a diferença de estrutura aqui? É muito claro, é bem simples a estrutura do present continuous e é muito fácil montá-lo. A gente só precisa ter um pouco de cuidado com relação a como construir os verbos no present continuous, porque dependendo de como eles sejam escritos, fazem muito a diferença. Algumas letras a mais, algumas letras a menos, mas isso a gente vai vendo na medida que formos entrando mais na ideia da unidade. So, let's take these two examples. I go to the park and I am going to the park. They're gonna be our center of the class. I go to the park, I am going to the park. In the simple present, how do you build this structure? Let me take a drawing thing. So first of all, you have the subject. This is the subject. It can be I, you, he, she, it, etc. The subject, it's making the action. Then you have the main verb, go. In this case, is go. Then you have the complement, to the park. Where are you going? Where do you go? I go to the park. If we go to the present continuous, we have the same idea of structure, but we use it differently. Here's the subject, I, like this. But here you have the verb to be. In the simple present, you don't have the verb to be. In the present continuous, you do have the verb to be, am. Here you have the main verb, going. But differently than the simple present, you have the verb in the infinitive, go. In the present continuous, you have the verb in something we call gerund, because you have the ing. And then you have the complement, because it's the same idea of the phrase, so you have the same complement. Simple present. subject, main verb, complement. Present continuous, subject, verb to be, main verb in gerund, and the complement. Let's write it down so it's gonna be simpler for you. Here it is. In the simple present, you have subject plus main verb infinitive plus complement. In the present continuous, you have the subject, the verb to be, the main verb in the gerund or ing, let me put here, ing form plus complement. This is the biggest difference, the main verb being in the gerund or in the ing form. If you go to the first link in the description below, there is an English guide of the present continuous from the EF. Here in the first description, in the first link, there are a lot of examples of using the present continuous. So click on it and learn a little bit more about present continuous. So what is the idea behind the present continuous? I'm sorry. The idea of the present continuous is to talk about actions that are happening right now. In the simple present, we talk about normally, and it's more common to use the simple present for us to talk of routine, of things that happen every week, every day, every month. We talk about these actions that keep happening in a determined time. So I go to the park every Saturday. I go to the park every morning. I go to the park every month. So it has this idea of routine. That's the biggest use of the simple present. When we go to the present continuous, when we go here to the present continuous, we're talking about an action that is happening right now. So today, it's May 19th, 9 in the morning. I am recording a video. Então, sempre que você estiver se referindo a uma situação que está acontecendo agora, você vai usar o present continuous. Não é eu gravo vídeos todo dia. É eu estou gravando um vídeo agora. Essa é a ideia. Teacher, existem outros usos do present continuous? Sim, existem outros usos do present continuous. Você pode, inclusive, usar o present continuous para falar de uma ação que você vai fazer no futuro, mas a gente não vai discutir sobre isso agora. A gente vai deixar um pouquinho mais lá para frente. So that's the idea of present continuous, to refer to something happening right now. Let's understand a little bit more. Not only are you going to use the present continuous to create affirmative phrases. As every tense, as every verb tense, we have differences between the uses of the affirmative and uses in the negative or the interrogative forms. So here you have our first example. Again, I'm going to the park. This is an affirmative form. This is an affirmative phrase. And we need to understand how to make it go to the negative form and to the interrogative form, because it's very important for us to know how to use negative sentences and affirmative sentences. If we go to a negative sentence, you just need to say, I'm not going to the park. Very simple, very easy, no problem here. If we go into an question, if we're going to a question, if we're going to use a interrogative form of the phrase, we will do, am I going to the park. You see, the transformation is very simple. Let's understand one by one. If we need to use a negative sentence, we will only have to add not between the verb to be and the main verb. Let's do this. Instead of using this structure, this common structure here, we need to add the not. So is subject plus verb to be plus not plus main verb in the gerund plus complement. And it doesn't need to be this big. Não precisa ser tão grande assim para a gente falar da estrutura. So here is the structure to the negative form. We need to put the not. But be careful. We are using the subject I in every example. But this happens also if we use another subject. For example, she is not going to the park. It's the same structure, but if you use a different subject, you need to be careful if the verb to be is not going to change. Are you seeing? When you use I, the verb to be is am. If you use she, third person, the verb to be is going to become is. Okay? So pay attention to this. Now the interrogative form, am I going to the park? Essa é a maior mudança de estrutura para um verb tense. Normalmente, quando a gente vai para o interrogativo, é onde a gente tem a maior mudança de estrutura. Am I going to the park? Is the same phrase, it's only on interrogative. Are you seeing how big is the difference? Is a difference in the structure, but only in the order of the structure. Differently from the negative form, you are not gonna add anything. You're just gonna change the structure. So here, instead of starting by the subject, you will start by the verb to be, am. So then you go to the subject, then you go to the main verb in gerund, and the complement, as always, is gonna go to the end. So let's change here a little bit. Take this here. Present continuous. In the affirmative, you will have subject plus verb to be plus main verb plus complement. In the negative, subject plus verb to be plus not plus main verb in the gerund plus complement. And in the interrogative form, you will have verb to be first, then subject, and then main verb in the gerund and the complement. Okay? Present continuous. Let's see some other examples for us to see how this works every time. Another 3 examples. Here in the affirmative, Joanna, subject, verb to be is going, main verb, home, complement. In the negative form, subject, you, verb to be are plus not, plus main verb eating in the ing form, the gerund, this, complement. And as an interrogation, this is a question, so we need to start with verb to be, are, subject, in this case is the we, and main verb, buying, plus the complement, clothes. Are we buying clothes? You see, it's very simple. Para mim, inclusive, o present continuous é ainda mais simples que o simple present, porque a gente não precisa se preocupar aqui com terceira pessoa, tem que adicionar S, não sei o que, etc. Então, para mim, o present continuous é um dos verb tenses mais simples que tem. And in the second link in the description below, you will have an exercise. Simple present and present continuous. You have 10 questions and you need to use or the simple present or the present continuous, tá? Tenham cuidado com isso, porque tem uns que você tem que usar o simple present e tem outros que você tem que usar o present continuous. Lembra, simple present, routine, present continuous, happening right now, okay? And as for homework, there is a link in the description below that will take you to the Learning and Innovation Skills worksheet from our new Unit 7. So you have to do all of these questions from the first to the second one, mesmo que aqui esteja falando que é para você fazer com um parceiro, mas isso dá para a gente fazer sozinho e vocês trazem na nossa próxima aula para a gente conseguir começar a aula já corrigindo essa atividade que fala do present continuous. This was for today, guys. I hope you had enjoyed. Thank you so much. See you on Saturday. Bye-bye.